Hey, what's going on, guys? So I haven't did this type of video before for my channel, and I see a lot of people doing these types of videos, so I figured I might as well do mine. And it's pretty much the three blades that I do not get caught out in the woods without when I'm going on a weekend trip for camping. And besides these three blades, I only carry one other axe with me. That's out in my truck right now, actually. But that doesn't really do the amount of work that these three blades do as far as for getting our base camp set up and also getting the resources that we need to stay warm and to cook and to gather things for a fire. Now, the general purpose, I guess, knife that I will have on my body is this twin set right here, and it's a nylon sheath. It has the integrated belt hoop, and this is by Master Cutlery, and this is a 440 stainless, and it's a full tang knife. It has a little hammer type dealie down here and a little hook, and it's got the grooves in the back for your thumb. It's a really decent, nice little small blade. Keeps an edge really good, plus it also has the gut hook up at the top here. And then the second part to this is the lockback blade, and it has the two thumb assists, which I really like about this knife because it's very useful if you're left-handed or you're right-handed. The thumb assist is on both sides of the blade. It's a solid frame construction, and the lock for the blade is actually part of the frame that slides over to the front, and again has the same butt cap as the fixed blade, and also has the thumb grooves on both sides of the frame for this knife. And they both slide in there, snap shut, and I have yet to even have this come loose to fall out, even though there's no strap to go around that knife. The second knife that I have to do a little bit of a bigger work, I guess you can say, but however, this usually just stays in the vehicle, but I still bring it with me because since the purchase of the next blade I'm going to show you, this has pretty much become obsolete. But this is kind of a Rambo style survival knife. This is also 440 stainless, and this is from Frost Cutlery. Kind of a showpiece type of knife, but I found in the woods actually using this knife, it can take somewhat of a beating, and it's still held, has held up for me. This saw backing that it has on the blade actually works very well. The blade does hold a really good edge. But the one thing I have found about this survival knife that I haven't seen on many others is it has a waterproofing weather seal gasket on the butt cap, and it's got your little fishing kit matches, but there is a lot of room that's inside the handle that you can put extra items in that you want to put in there. I haven't did any type of modifications, anything that's in there. It's no big deal, nothing special. But it is one of my favorite blades. A little big, yes, but it's nice to have, just to have, even for a conversation piece. And if anybody has not purchased or have a machete yet, and you're looking for a good quality machete at a really affordable price, as you can see from the sheath, this is a Gerber machete. Now this, I can stand by and tell you that this machete and this blade will go through hell and back more times than you probably would physically be able to handle and still perform flawlessly. Last season, when we put my brother's tree stand up in that tree, this is the only thing that we used to clear the shooting lanes and trim the branches down. This was going through 3.5-inch thick branches without a problem, and it wasn't even with the saw blade. It was just with the blade itself hacking at them, and usually about 2 hits and you were through. As you can see from the blade, she's a little dirty. This actually is my fault right from here, because this was a safety sticker that I took off the blade, and at the time I didn't see any of the residue from the sticker, so that's on the blade. A little bit of Goo Gone to this blade, and that should take care of it. I got some dry hard sap here. I actually can take that out to the shop and hit that lightly with the grinder, and that'll take that off. But it is a carbon steel blade. It does flex a lot, so it can take a beating and not get bent out of shape, no pun intended. And the best thing I like about the grip, it's pretty much ambidextrous for both chopping and for sawing. One thing I wish they would do is make this wrist cord extendable. I got some pretty big paws, and I cannot fit, well, I can fit, but it's not that comfortable having my hand through there when I use it. And as you can tell right now, I'm probably stuck, but it is a pain in the ass to take it off. But then again, people could say, well, that's what it's supposed to be for. It's supposed to be a snug fit so you don't slip out of your hand and take somebody's leg off or catch somebody in the back or whatever else. Obviously, you have to be safe from where you're swinging it and know who's around you or your surroundings when using it. But with that said, these are my 3 blades that I am never without when I go camping. And during the summer months, these stay right in the back of the truck and they do not come out. The only reason why I took them out is because it was wintertime. No sense of having them in the vehicle taking up space. And I did want to get these cleaned up and just touch up the edges on the blade. So with that said, nothing too special, but this is what works for me and this is what I bring out with me. So as always guys, be safe, have fun, and I'll catch you later.